The fight that marked the end of an era for Evander Holyfield. A true icon of the sport, Holyfield's illustrious career is characterized by tremendous victories, a warrior's spirit, and an indomitable will. However, one fateful night would forever change the trajectory of his career. In this video, we will tell you everything about the fight that would bury Evander Holyfield's career, exploring the events leading up to it, the fight itself, and the aftermath that followed. To understand the significance of the fight that would mark the beginning of Holyfield's downfall, we must first revisit the incredible rise of the man himself. Born on October 19, 1962, in Atmore, Alabama, Holyfield possessed natural athleticism and an unwavering determination. As an amateur, he achieved notable success, winning a bronze medal at the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles. Holyfield turned professional soon after he quickly made a name for himself in the cruiserweight division. With his relentless work ethic and unmatched power, he went on to become the undisputed champion, defeating boxing legends such as Dwight Muhammad Qawi and Carlos de Leon. Holyfield's dominant performances led him to move up to the heavyweight division, where he set his sights on a new goal, becoming the heavyweight champion of the world. In the early 1990s, Holyfield faced his toughest opponent yet, Riddick Bowe. The trilogy of fights between these two heavyweight giants captured the imagination of boxing fans worldwide. In their first encounter in 1992, Holyfield shocked the world by defeating Bowe to claim the undisputed heavyweight title. However, the following year, Bowe avenged his loss, defeating Holyfield in an epic match that showcased their exceptional skills. The third and final bout in 1995, known as the Battle of the Legends, solidified their rivalry and demonstrated Holyfield's unyielding spirit. Despite being knocked down early in the fight, Holyfield displayed immense heart and determination, battling back to win a majority decision, thus reclaiming the heavyweight championship. This victory further enhanced Holyfield's status as one of the greatest fighters of his era. Having regained the heavyweight title, Holyfield's next challenge would prove to be the most controversial and consequential of his career. In November 1996, he faced Mike Tyson in a highly anticipated rematch dubbed The Sound and the Fury. Their first meeting in 1996 had ended in a stunning upset, with Holyfield stopping Tyson in the 11th round to claim the WBA heavyweight title. The rematch would forever be etched in boxing history for the infamous bite fight. In the third round, Tyson, frustrated by Holyfield's effective clinching tactics, shockingly bit off a piece of Holyfield's ear, leading to a disqualification. The shocking incident left the boxing world in disbelief and raised questions about Tyson's mental state. Following the controversial Tyson rematch, Holyfield sought redemption in a unification bout against Lennox Lewis in March 1999. The fight was eagerly anticipated as it would determine the undisputed heavyweight champion. However, the encounter would prove to be a turning point in Holyfield's career. The fight was a closely contested battle, with both fighters showcasing their skills and determination. However, after 12 grueling rounds, the bout was declared a draw, leaving the heavyweight division without a clear-cut champion. Despite the draw verdict, many believed that Lewis had done enough to secure the victory. The decision sparked controversy and ignited the demand for a rematch. The aftermath of the fight revealed the toll it had taken on Holyfield. It was evident that he had aged significantly since his prime years, and his performances in the ring had started to decline. Holyfield's relentless style, which had once been his trademark, was now accompanied by signs of fatigue and diminished reflexes. Following the draw with Lewis, Holyfield's career took a downward trajectory. He suffered consecutive losses against John Ruiz in 2000, failing in his attempt to regain the heavyweight title. In 2008, at the age of 46, Holyfield sought one last chance at redemption. He faced Nikolay Valuev, the towering WBA heavyweight champion known as the Russian Giant. Holyfield's determination was evident, but his physical decline was impossible to ignore. The fight was a lackluster affair, with Holyfield struggling to impose himself against his much larger opponent. Valuev's size and reach advantage proved insurmountable, and Holyfield lost by unanimous decision. It was a clear indication that Holyfield's days as a competitive heavyweight were over. In 2010, Holyfield made headlines yet again whilst he announced his aim to go back to professional boxing at the age of 47. Holyfield's comeback fights had been regarded as a way to regain his former glory. However, his return to the ring did not yield the favored results. Holyfield confronted demanding situations both outside and inside the ropes. Critics argued that his comeback tarnished his legacy because the losses overshadowed his accomplishments. Despite the setbacks, Holyfield's determination and resilience continued to shine through. He remained undeterred, still believing in his ability to compete at the highest level. Holyfield's determination to fight well into his 50s was a testament to his indomitable spirit and unwavering love for the sport that had defined his life. The fight that buried Evander Holyfield's career served as a poignant reminder of the inevitability of time's impact on even the greatest athletes. It highlighted the physical toll that boxing takes on a fighter and the challenges they face as they age. Holyfield's decline demonstrated that no fighter, regardless of their past accomplishments, can defy the passage of time indefinitely. However, Holyfield's journey also provided valuable lessons. It showcased the importance of resilience, perseverance, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Despite the decline, Holyfield's legacy as a warrior and true sportsman remains intact. His battles with legendary opponents, his philanthropic efforts, and his unwavering belief in himself continue to inspire generations of athletes and fans alike. As we reflect on the fight that buried Evander Holyfield's career, we must also remember the triumphs that preceded it. His victories over formidable opponents and his unwavering determination serve as a testament to his enduring spirit. His story reminds us that even in the face of adversity and the passage of time, the mark of a true champion is not solely determined by wins and losses, but by the impact they leave on the sport and the world beyond. Evander Holyfield's career stands as a testament to the highs and lows, the triumphs and tribulations that a professional boxer can experience. While the fight that buried his career marked a significant decline, it also revealed the true character of a champion. Holyfield's journey, both in and out of the ring, serves as an inspiration for athletes facing adversity and as a reminder that one's legacy extends far beyond their final bout. Evander Holyfield's indomitable spirit and enduring contributions to boxing will forever be etched in the annals of sports history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from the world of sports. And remember, the fight may have buried Holyfield's career, but it's the spirit and determination he showcased throughout his journey that truly define him as a champion.